This is shocking, but at the same time, not all that surprising. I have all the details and what you need to know right here in the video, so let's get right into it. Alright, now in this video, I'm going to be discussing the details of a few different reports that recently hit the wire, so you can get a glimpse into what is really going on right now, as things are changing very rapidly. There's some weird stuff going on out there, and like I said, these are some surprising reports that just hit the wire. So let's get into it and discuss what's going on. However, really fast before we do, thanks so much for joining me. If you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe by hitting the button right down below the video, as it's totally free to do so, and because I am your one and only daily advocate, I'm watching all this new information hitting the wire each and every day, doing all the research and breaking it all down into these short videos so you can stay tuned with what is actually going on, and most importantly, how it's going to impact you, your money, your benefits, your lifestyle, your bank account. And of course, I always want to point out anything out there right now you can possibly grab and or take advantage of, including money, benefits, checks, programs, stimulus, or anything else like that. Of course, I want to bring it to your attention right away. So again, thanks so much for joining me. Please make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet, and I'll be here for you right by your side every single day. That's my dedication, that's my commitment, and that's my promise to you and this community, and as always, I'm sticking to it. Alright, thanks again. Let's get into it and talk through these one by one. There's a lot of different points here that I want to get to, so let's buzz through these one at a time. First off, I quickly want to talk about a report that I saw popping up a few times recently, and I want to bring this to your attention because we recently got an announcement out of the administration as well that's going to help out a lot of people, and I'm afraid a lot of people probably don't know about this. However, I've seen this popping up a few times as of recently. Now that we are in the colder months, yes, I know, it's going to be around for a while, right? Please get prepared. It's going to be a bad one, okay? Cold and yeah. Anyway, however, I've been seeing some headlines coming out saying that there's going to be a massive amount of utility shutoffs this coming winter because they're estimating about 23 million households right now are behind on utility bills. So, again, what I want to point out for you is this much. Maybe, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks or so ago, I'm just kind of guessing, it was about 2.5 weeks or so ago, I talked about it in a dedicated video. The administration came out and they're dedicating another $4.5 billion for the LIHEAP program, Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program, as well as another $9 billion for the WAP program, Weatherization Assistance Program, okay? These programs are dedicated to the low-income and fixed-income beneficiaries to help you pay your utility bills, as in heating, gas, electricity bills, as well as weatherize your home so that they're more efficient during extreme weather like what we're basically kind of getting into, you know, right now and over the next few months here as we get into the deep, dark winter, okay? So, if you have not applied for LIHEAP, please look into it, okay? It's totally free to apply. If you're low income, if you're fixed income, you may want to look it up. And again, the program is LIHEAP, Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program. Yes, I'm completely aware. I've talked about this before in other videos, but the fact of the matter is, if this even brings it to the attention of even one or two people that have not applied yet, it's totally worth my time to talk about this, because if you can get this program to pay for your, your gas or your electrical bill this coming winter, that's going to help out a ton. And we already know gas prices are going to be up another 28% this winter, according to what they're projecting, and electricity prices another 10%. I've seen a lot of people reaching out saying, I heat with electricity, because, gas is expensive or whatever. Whatever you're doing, please be careful with that. It's all very expensive, and just, you got to be aware of what's going on here. So anyway, check that out. That's going to be scary if that many people are getting shut-off notices this coming winter. 23 million households are behind on utilities. That's scary right there, right? All right, let's quickly move on to the next report here. And this one I want to bring to your attention now that we're rapidly approaching Thanksgiving. To get everybody into the holiday spirit, this report will bring you up to speed. I'm being sarcastic a little bit. Here's what it comes down to. This report is honestly just straight up sad. Here's what it comes down to. The average American does not have even $100 right now to spend on Thanksgiving. Therefore, it's estimated that 1 out of every 4 people, so basically 25% of the population, is going to sit out on Thanksgiving this year because you can't afford it. Why? Well, we know that prices on literally everything are up a lot this year. In fact, I've been seeing varying reports coming out right now. I saw a report maybe a month and a half or so ago that said turkey prices were going to be up 112% this year. I just saw a report the other day saying turkey prices are up 20%. So I guess that's a huge difference there. What is it? Regardless of what it is, they're up a lot, right? We already know this. That's just the turkey. What about all the other stuff, right? It's very, very expensive right now. So unfortunately, a lot of people are going to be sitting this holiday out. Not to mention, if you can't afford Thanksgiving, I would have to imagine most people probably can't afford other holidays as well, where you're going to be possibly giving gifts to friends, family members, acquaintances, loved ones, stuff like that. Again, super sad situation. I don't know. Just seems really weird to me that all of this is happening and nothing is being done about it. I don't know. Just seems really weird. Again, I think all of us here in the community probably agree, but I just wanted to throw that out there as well. Now, again, another report that I just came across as well, showing the average person right now is sitting on a little over $25,000 of debt. The average person is sitting on about $25,139 in debt right now, a lot of which is being floated on a credit card. Again, we've been talking about this a little bit lately as well. In fact, we just saw a report the other day that came out showing Americans added $351 billion of new debt just in the third quarter of 2022, a lot of which, yet again, was floated on credit cards. Why? Because we have a spending problem? No, because people don't have money and they're floating balances on credit cards, but because that's the only place that people can buy things and hold a balance. Because, you don't have money, you need things, therefore, where do you put it? On a credit card, right? So anyway, again, another scary statistics that's out there right now, and again, wanted to bring this to your attention. So these are some of the things that are popping up. Now next, another report that came out. Yes, a lot of reports coming out, and I'm trying to buzz through these quickly for you. Anyway, another report that came out as well. This one is specifically focused on Social Security beneficiaries, and this one is showing 85% of Social Security beneficiaries. By the way, this includes retirement, disability, SSDI, survivors, SSI, and VA beneficiaries. Okay, so basically all these beneficiaries, that's about 70 million people that are encompassed within these numbers here. 85% of them have responded to a recent survey suggesting that this inflation right now is really digging into and making their financial lives a little bit more of a struggle. Again, I'm surprised it's not 100%. Even though it is 85%, that's a huge percentage point, or a huge percentage. So in other words, 85 out of every 100 people are struggling right now living on a fixed income because of inflation. Only 15% of respondents to this survey, 15% of fixed income beneficiaries said they're fine and the inflation isn't really a big deal. So great for those 15% of people. I mean, good for you, but the other 85% are not having a good time right now, and this inflation continues to rage on. So again, not a good situation, right? So these are some of the reports that are coming out. Next, another report out of the Federal Reserve, and some of the people, some of the economists within the Federal Reserve are suggesting that these rate increases, as in the interest rate increases that they continue to do every 6 weeks with their FOMC meetings, are likely going to continue. Even though they may slow down a little bit over the last, I think is 4 meetings now, starting in June, July, September, and November now. Yeah, so 4 meetings now. They've had 75 basis point rate hikes. So they've increased interest rates by 75 basis points the last 4 meetings alone. And there's going to be another meeting in mid-December, another one coming up. And it's anticipated they're going to raise interest rates by probably 50 basis points this time. So they're going to bring it down a little bit. But these economists out of the Federal Reserve are still suggesting inflation is very high right now, and they have a lot of road ahead of them, and they have no intentions of slowing down and or pausing or pivoting with their interest rate policy anytime soon. So again, if we think interest rates are expensive now, if we think the cost of borrowing money is expensive now, guess what? It's only going to get more expensive, okay? So again, not good. It's just making it more expensive to borrow money on the credit cards and, float those balances on credit cards for the money we don't have anyway. So do you see a great divide here? Yeah, it's not working, right? So let me explain this really fast here in just like one quick sentence. People don't have money. They buy things on credit. They float a balance on a credit card. Interest rates on credit cards continue to increase. The cycle continues. People can't pay off the credit card. They get deeper into debt. The interest continues to accrue. Do you see the balance here? It's not a successful situation, okay? That was basically the whole situation that we're dealing with right now, summed up in like one little tiny sentence that, wasn't even a complete sentence. My point is, it's not a good thing that's going on right now. So again, I could sit here and go on and on and on over and over with all these different reports that are coming out right now. And these are just some of them that are popping up. Now next, let me throw this out there as well. The administration has called on Congress for just under $50 billion between now and the end of the year for all kinds of little pet projects that they want to wrap up. Again, let me ask you this much. We've seen this before. What is another $50 billion plowed into the economy going to do right now? Well, it's going to add a lot of inflation, okay? That's what's going to happen, especially if it is not highly focused money. And if this money is just being kind of tossed around and it doesn't really have a real good purpose about it, another $50 billion, or sorry, to be fair, $48 billion, $48 to $49 billion, another that much money plowed into the economy yet again is just going to cause more inflation, driving prices even higher. So, wow, I mean, it's a total mess. So, this is what's going on. This is the real situation that's happening out there. You can feel free to check any of the stuff that I talk about here in the video. As always, as I've always said before in my videos, I always bring you the honest, accurate, reliable, and transparent information. And by all means, if you ever want to look any of this stuff up, you're welcome to do so. You can find all this stuff online. It's exactly where I find it. So anyway, I want to break this down for you. I like to come back in videos like this every so often to give you a big, brief, kind of 10,000-foot view of what's really going on with all of these different reports that I'm coming across. By the way, I'm looking through hundreds and hundreds of different articles literally every single day. I'm digging on all this kind of stuff, and these are just some of them that kind of set aside and I wanted to bring to you in a quick summed up video like this so you can see what's actually going on. Weird stuff out there, and it's impacting all of us in a big way. One more. Do you want a bonus? I'll give you another bonus out there. Right now, we're talking about diesel shortages in the United States as well. In fact, as of about maybe 10 days or so ago, there was about 25 days worth of supply of diesel fuel in the United States. Now, what do we care? We don't drive diesel vehicles. You're right. Maybe all of us don't. In fact, most people probably don't drive a diesel vehicle, but maybe some people do. But what this matters is because diesel vehicles called semis are very important because they move all of the freight around the country, right? So all of these items that we need at our stores, they're brought there by semis and diesel-powered vehicles, right? So again, if we have a shortage on diesel and if we run out of diesel in this country, that just means that prices are going to go very, very high. Even though they're very high right now, they're going to go significantly higher. Therefore, guess what that's going to mean for prices on the store shelves of food, clothing, all the products that we buy? What does that mean? It just means they're getting more expensive because the cost of transporting those goods across the country, across the states, things like this, is going to cost more because if diesel is very high, they have to pass that extra expense on to the retailer, and the retailer passes that on to who? The end customer, which is us, the end user. Yeah, thank you. We always get the brunt of all of this. Again, I could sit here and go on and on, but I'm going to leave it there for now. Again, no more bonuses in this one. I promise you, no more bonuses going on in this one. Maybe in the next video, I'll give you some more bonuses as far as articles and information that I see popping up out there. A lot of weird stuff. But either way, I want to bring this to your attention because like I've said before in other videos, I highly doubt your local news is talking about this stuff. And I want to bring it to your attention so you can see what is really going on in this country and what is really happening right now. Anyway, hope you're doing well. Please remember, I'm here for you in any way that I possibly can be. That's my dedication, that's my commitment, and my promise to you and the community. So please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share the video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other thousands and thousands of videos here on the channel. Until next time, have a nice day. Enjoy, stay warm out there, and I'll catch you again later.